Welcome to my sketchbook tour. I hope that this is enjoyable. I love watching people's sketchbook tours and seeing how they treat their sketchbook because every artist is so different. And here's mine, but I am using a Canson mixed media medium grain XL sketchbook. These have been one of my favorite sketchbooks since I was in high school. I'm branching out, I'm trying some different ones, but this is usually what I go back to. I always buy these when they are on sale at either Michael's or Blick for buy one get one free, just because it makes it the cheapest and most economical way. But as you can see, the difference between the new one and the finished one is pretty extreme, because I do a lot of painting and I do a lot of collage. So here's my sketchbook. I love covering mine with stickers. Some of these are my stickers I made like 5+ years ago, or more like 7, like the Bakugo and the Deku stickers. And I have a bunch of Studio Ghibli stickers and Rengoku, yada yada. I just love to throw a bunch of stickers on here and make it fun to look at. And I also threw some on the back. Oh my god, my bun hit it. But yeah, let's get started. There might be a few pages that you'll notice that I don't show, just because there might be like some journal entries or stuff that's way too personal. But that's rare. I can only think of like maybe 1 or 2 pages I don't feel comfortable showing. So I apologize in advance, but I just wanted to clear the air. Okay. First page is some sketches from my old job for merch designs. This is the only like my sketch, like non-personal work that's really in here, but these led to a lot of cool products, so I'm still really proud of them and I'm happy that they're first page. This is the second page. This is one of my favorite pages in the sketchbook, even though there's a bunch of Posca boogers on it. This is a Posca marker drawing of my late hamster Louise, and so with some watercolor background, and I love this one. And as you can see, I started this sketchbook right around March of 2023. And it says AM PM, so obviously I started this in the morning and finished it at night. I love this piece. This is one of the first ones I did where I picked a few animals or picked an animal and a few Posca markers and then challenged myself to do that limited palette. And I still love how this one came out. This is genuinely like one of my favorite pieces in this book. There's this one. This one's just watercolor pencils, and Poscas. And you can see I really like to, in my sketchbook, use like rulers, and I'll listen to like audiobooks or music and podcasts, and I just kind of do these non-representational, more abstract works just for the sake of arting, and I really enjoy doing those. So here, this is one of the only pieces in this sketchbook like this, where I segmented it and I did drawings and then filled it with Zentangles. But I love this one. It has each of my 3 cats at the time. This is Tigger, this is Tom and Momo, and my hand while I was drawing with the Posca marker. And that's my husband and me. And I remember I did these in like a short period, like I set a timer. And I drew each of these in like a set amount of time, probably like 15 minutes by looking at them. And I love this page. I love this page too. In the beginning of the sketchbook, there's a few more pages that I like genuinely really love. And then to the midpoint, less so, but that's okay, it's a sketchbook. But I love how the stars in this one came out, how they're kind of glowy with the dark orange into white and the whimsy of this one. More just some Posca marker, quick abstract drawings. I use a lot of washi tape, and you'll see at the end I took a swatch of each roll of washi tape that I finished just using in this sketchbook, because I like clean borders. I like to use it to make shapes, and so you'll see that. This was just a sketch I did while I was outside. Hammock, barn, the tiles, yada yada, Diet Coke. Okay, these are fun. So again, taping off the borders. This is just acrylic gouache, Liquitex acrylic gouache in the fluorescent colors. And then I think these are Poscas on top of it. You'll see that Posca markers are my absolute favorite thing to use in my sketchbook. And I actually go through them. They're the only art supply that I typically like go through with any degree of frequency. And again here, same Liquitex acrylic gouache and Posca markers. Oh, I hate this page. I tried drawing Daisy Jones from Daisy Jones and the Six with Posca markers and acrylic gouache, and I hate it. I like this page though. I really like the texture that you get with the acrylic gouache in the sketchbook. It's a little drier and thicker. And I just like, and then drawing over top of the metallic Poscas. These two go kind of together. Oh, I guess I could just do that. It does fit. I was showing each page individually. I don't need to do that. Okay. I know there's better lighting on this side, so I apologize. Let me see if you just get this light leak if I don't close the blind a teensy bit. Okay. So again, this is just acrylic or Liquitex acrylics gouache, but you can see here what I meant by the tape and using the tape to make shapes. I love this page. I love this page. I love the texture and how the lines continue between. And here, this is acrylic gouache on hand mule scraps that I then taped in, and I tore them apart and kind of, oh no, my ring light died. So I use a lot of like a thin blue sketch pencil when I draw, so I'll have to like zoom in without hopefully like shaking and ruining everything. But this is one of the first pet portrait commissions I ever did. It was my mom commissioned me to do a portrait of her coworker's puppy Bert, and I love how this one came out, and I love the sketch. I did the sketch in my sketchbook, and then how did I transfer it? I think what I did was I might have photocopied it and then use that to transfer it using a light box, but I'm not 100% sure. Acrylic gouache, tape, this, oh my goodness. I think the ring light is going in the garbage because it's just dying. Okay, so my ring light literally smelled like it was burning. This is those like worm toys that you'd be on a string as a kid, and I drew those just with some like color sticks. I love them. Watercolors and watercolor pencils. You can see this is where I got I think this one. Oh no, how did I skip a bunch of pages? Oops. This is where I got a stamp with the date on it, and I love that. It adds like an extra fun touch. These are just watercolor pencils, and this one I started actually using some real like non-acrylic gouache. It was short-lived, but I did use some. I think what I did was I painted the background and then I taped it off after it was totally dry. And then here, just watercolors and some collage and Poscas. These are just like small watercolor paintings I did that I pasted in here, and more watercolor. I stamped it multiple times with the date because I think I did it first upside down and I don't know. Poscas, this one's fun. I love this page. I love all their little expressions. This one's cute. I think this was gouache and watercolor. Yeah. Oh, this was fun. I did a whole like piece in the back. I can't even tell what media is back there. And then I took a piece of paper I made with Kozo, splattered it with ink and glued it in. But you can see there's a big gap between, this is April 30th and this is July 4th. So I took a lot of long breaks in my sketchbook that you'll notice. All of these first few pages were made relatively close together within a month, but you're going to notice gaps, and I'll point them out, which is why the sketchbook took so long. So this one, see, July 4th to August 8th, and this was done using those like rainbow pencils. I love those. And so is this. These are just sketches of things around the house. My husband with an Eevee plush on his head, our cat Tigger, who unfortunately did pass. So from a photo of him, and then these were things on my desk. This was fun. This took forever. I just filled the page with overlapping Posca marks, and they go in a pattern. They got a little smushed together, but still. I don't even know. See, another huge gap. So August 15th, This is probably around this time, and then, no, actually, I think this was right around the same time, August 23rd. And I drew a photo of a praying mantis that I took at work, and yeah. No date. I love this one. It's hard to see, but it was made using those rainbow colored pencils, but like different ones overlapping. And then this was hands. They're not like hand tracings because they're obviously a little warped, but collage from just pieces of scraps that I found in my drawer. I have a whole drawer in my IKEA Alexa drawers that is just dedicated to paper scraps that I can then collage into my sketchbook. Some of them are uglier than others. Like, I'm not like the biggest fan of this one, but it's just fun to sit and do sometimes. This one reminds me a lot of this, of just like tracing circles, because by looking at these I can tell, I think these are traced. These weren't freehanded. I was trying to brainstorm ideas for like making my own wrapping paper, so I started to draw some snowflakes I was gonna then vectorize. Never happened. This was just a portrait from memory. This isn't of a real person. This is just drawn for the sake of drawing. I don't like this spread. Huge gap though. Wow, November to March. I remember I did this one on the couch. Doggies. This was in the middle of a slump, I remember. And then this was just like a junk journal style spread of like a King Arthur catalog and some stuff on my desk and scraps. Same with this. Scraps, junk. This piece of paper I made, but it was a bad piece. It did not do well with the Poscas. It started to tear up. I love this piece. This is actually the Liquitex paint markers, and they're much more shiny than Poscas. And so it's a totally different finish. They're totally different to use. And I really like having them to like mix and match and use together. But this one's like, all but this green is the Liquitex. These were just little paintings I did. I don't even know if I did them. No, I must have. July 8th. I was missing teaching. I used to be a teacher, and then I drew Jack's Beanstalk and I said, take me away. These are those Liquitex markers again. They are super fun. This was done with highlighters, and this was done with old scraps. This is also July. Print scraps and actual like plates. So this was a plate, Tetra Pak plate that I used for, oh no, this is a print. This is the print. This is the plate. But these are all Tetra Pak prints. And I took one of my old business cards because I like the color and my name, and this is all prints, and I used to work at a printmaking studio. This is also from old prints, and I cut up all the letters and I put it on an old, oh my camera's dying. I put it on an old print that I then drew on top of. This is a litho print, a photo litho plate, and these were letterpressed letters. And these are more prints and a lot of handmade paper scraps. And then I took the letters and I wrote like dead, sick, scorned, and sad. So sacred and scared, you know, about like being a woman and being the human experience. And yeah, I like this spread. Here's another one of those letters, and this is just like I'm putting them together because I had a bunch extra. It's like ich, no, sins. These are just letters together. And then these are just random sketches using the Liquitex markers and Poscas. This was a sketch for my print, my Call It Karma print. Do I have the block handy? No. What I did was I sketched it in here, brought it to my iPad, and then digitized it, transferred it to the block, and you can see I was doing like math, because I tried to make it super symmetrical. This was just me tracing rulers. Old prints. This is the print that I made with this sketch. I like collaging with my old and failed prints. So this one had, I had a lot of chatter, and it also had a lot of like texture in the white, and I did not like it. It was very splotchy. So I used these to collage with, and I was obviously having a rough day and feeling shitty about myself because I wrote my art sucks, but I don't even know why I sketched RIP my sourdough starter. I was thinking like of a sticker idea, and then, but my sourdough starter is not dead. This was fun. I remember exactly what I was doing. I was listening to Lisa Marie Presley's audiobook while I did this, and I have cut up comics from when I was in a 2D design class in college, and so I put the Futurama comic and collaged it around these drawings I did of my cat Momo and my husband, and I really love this sketch of him. Prints. I actually made this print, so here's the sketch and then the what do you call it? Just seeing if I have the block. The sketch and then the tracing. Drew this on from real life. This is an observational drawing I did with Posca markers on Halloween. I love this spread. These are the Liquitex markers. Just drew overlapping chains, and then I filled it with Zentangles. I used to be a pre-K through 8 art teacher, so you'll see some of that in my work of when I'm feeling uninspired, trying to use the stuff that I would assign them to inspire myself. I don't even remember. I feel like I was feeling really bad about my art and myself. This is from this November. And I put together all my golden dice prints that I made from this drawing. And they're D20s. They're rolled to 20, crit success. And I just put, I'm not feeling so lucky because things were just not going good. It was a rough time. I drew this piece, I remember, for a video. So you'll see that like the latter, like almost not half, but like 2/3 of the sketchbook is all done in like the past month. So this was done on Inauguration Day. I was feeling anxious and stressed and just like doodling for my brain. I was originally going to try to do a Valentine's Day card with the love ball. Never finished it, maybe next year. I have the design all drawn up, I just never did it. These were fun. These were old jelly plate prints that I had. I found in my, where did I find them? Found in a portfolio, and old Inktober drawings that I jelly plated on top of, and just old sketches. And I glued them all together, and then this was like a note I left myself that I actually did turn into a print. And it says, I take Adderall and iced coffee, I turn into weird cat art. Not print, I did turn into a drawing. This is the drawing I used with the, I turn Adderall and iced coffee into weird cat art. This is that. And then I turned it into like a digital piece. This was fun, just blobs. Oh, this is my birthday. My 28th birthday. It was very Lego Animal Crossing centered, and this is the wrapping paper that my husband got for me, so I just wanted to remember it. This is those Liquitex markers. This was just for fun, just a clock. More cat drawings. This was an attempt at drawing my brother-in-law's cat Fancy, but I did not capture her pug-like essence, so I want to try again. And this is my cat Momo and our cat Tom. This one he had ringworm, but I love the photo of him because he's in a Kirby hat and he's so cute. This was just collaging old prints that I found in my drawer. Not even all of them were mine. Like the vote one was from a colleague. But I collaged old prints, old Inktober drawings from 2019, and those same paintings together. And then I just doodled. Blue Yeti. This is for actually like a commission I just finished. It was a dog breed that I'd never drawn before, so I sketched it, and I sketched it in Stabilo, and then I traced it using Poscas to transfer onto the painting. But a lot of love went into this commission, but I'm super happy with how it came out. I love this spread. This is a drawing I did of a cat that I met on my birthday at the animal shelter. Sometimes me and my husband just go to the animal shelter to meet cats, pet them, give them some love, even though we can't have any more. And this was Dwight Eisenmeower. He was the cutest cat. It took all my power to not bring him home. He was so sweet. He has bad legs. He was left in a crate for a very long time, and he's relearning how to regain use of his legs, so that's why he's sitting kind of funny. But he was so sweet. And then I tried my hand at a self-portrait, and I love it. I did it entirely with Poscas, and that was a challenge. And I really am proud of how it came out. It makes me want to do more Posca portraits. Oh, this was Valentine's Day, or right around then. And I just drew candy hearts and cloud, and I was thinking brat summer. This was fun too. I really got in the mood to like a week ago to finish the sketchbook, because today, I think it's like the 18th. What's today? I think it's the 18th. Today's the 18th, so you'll see like all this was done. Geez, I hate that one piece. All this was done like a week, so I got really motivated to finish this sketchbook. This is just a drawing of an alien with Posca markers. Like this black one I was drying out really bad, so I used it for like its sketchy qualities, and then I drew my Betty Boop clock. I love this one. This one's those acrylic Liquitex markers and Poscas. Same with this one. I really like the acrylic Liquitex markers because they're just really different. I really like with the Liquitex ones, I really like this chisel tip, and I have a matching set of a big chisel and a little chisel of the same colors, but I really like to draw, like I drew this whole yellow thing and then I drew the stars with the chisel tip, and this one, it just forces me to loosen up and kind of draw broader. Same with this one. This was fun. I was going for like a notebook vibe. Oh, these are stuck. Oop, that's bad. That's not a good noise. That's okay. I thought these were dry when I put them together. Oh no. So you can see these pages are kind of ruined. I was listening to the Fourth Wing audiobook while I was doing these, and I think she was doing like, I don't know if anyone's read Fourth Wing, she was doing the Gauntlet at this time, and I was thinking of the book cover and just like the death and all that when I was doing these. Same with this one. And this was just liquid acrylics that I smeared around with an old gift card. This is watercolor and Posca. Oh yeah, this was fun. This was just random collaging, and I wrote print slump because I took scraps of old prints and I haven't printed in like months. Oh, so these are the scraps from the zine I made my husband for Valentine's Day, and I kept messing up the formatting and having to reprint and refold it. So I cut up the scraps and put them into collages. Oh, I love this. I love this one. This was a etching I did. This is the first step of an etching I did in college. My junior year? Yeah, junior year. And this became an aqua tint with etching, but this is the first like hard ground, just like line aqua tint. You can see I have some plate bite. I did not prep this plate well. So I took it and I watercolored it and I collaged it in here, and I love how it came out. This was just a collage of my little like desk calendar that I forget to update, and I took a bunch of, I used to be a planner sticker girly. It lasted for like 6 months, and then I just never picked it back up again. I've tried buying multiple planners, but now I'm just left with all the stickers and no clue what to do with them. So this is another print I did. This was screen print, a 2-layer screen print. One of the layers was made using Transbase and Caran d'Ache crayons, and then the black ink is just black ink. And it's all my cats at the time. My cat Tom, who jumped on my desk, he was desk assist. My cat who would lay on my press, Tigger, press cat. And my cat who eats everything was Paper Eater. So the next few pages are all like 5-minute studies. This is a picture of my husband at our last craft fair. It was freezing. I tried to draw my Katakua on the toilet, and I made the toilet so big and her body so small. I even wrote I messed up the scale so much. So I think I gave up at the 4-minute mark, and then I accidentally, my Posca like exploded. So yeah, that one page is just bad. I love this page though. This is with these markers. Just a really close-up drawing of my cat Momo, where you could only see the blacks of her eyes, and she looked like a little alien. Same, this was a very close-up photo of my cat Tom. that I did with a lens, it was like ultra wide, so his face was all weird and warped. I tried to draw a self-portrait of me blowing a gum bubble, and it came out so bad that at the 4-minute mark I was just like, I'm done. This was fun, just hearts in watercolor. I really like layering the watercolor for fun backgrounds. And this was just like bubbles. This one I was having anxiety about RFK talking about banning SSRIs and Adderall because I'm medicated for my mental health stuff and I'm finally doing a lot better. And the thought of it getting banned and taken away fills me with like a very deep sense of anxiety. So that's what I was thinking about all while I was doing these last few pages. I think these were all like the same day. Yeah, these were all like 2 days ago. Spirals. This was fun. I ended up leaving this blank because I really loved it and I kind of want to scan it into my computer. The next two I kind of want to scan in and use as like backgrounds for like digital work and like designs. So I love these. And then I drew monsters again with these. And the last page I left for notes and reflections because I knew I was going to do this video, and after I looked through it and really like looked through everything and talked through everything, I wanted a spot where I could kind of reflect on the process of finishing this sketchbook, what I learned, how I've grown, yada yada. So I'm gonna do that next. And then I was telling you about earlier that I used a lot of washi tape. I kept a little bit of each washi tape I finished right here in the back inner page. You can see I finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rolls. And I'm close to finishing another one. So I think this is something I'm going to do in all my sketchbooks from now on, whether it's a page or the back cover. I love looking back and like remembering the washi tape I used to finish it off, and seeing how much I actually went through is crazy. So that was my sketchbook, all 100 and some odd pages of it. It was a journey finishing this one because it was so big. It was kind of daunting. It took a while to finish every single page. That's why towards the end, when I knew I really just wanted to finish the sketchbook, I had to limit myself to 5 minutes because a lot of these pages I'd spend like an hour or more on. Even if they don't look super intense, I was spending so much time on each page instead of loosening up and just sketching. My next sketchbook is also Canson, but it's a smaller one. I already did my first page. It's just a watercolor of my cat, Akua. And this is watercolor paper versus mixed media, so I'm excited to experiment with some different stuff and try to do some more drawing and some more watercolors and maybe bring it with me and do some drawings out. It really became just kind of like a brain dump and something I could just do whatever without fear. And that's what a sketchbook should be. It shouldn't be something that overly precious. I'm a little worried because this one I could feel that I'm a little more tense and wanting it to be pristine just because the book itself is so nice and hardbound, and I'm just like but I don't know. I think finishing this sketchbook was definitely a journey, and I'm really proud of finishing it, and I'm proud of how much artwork I've been making in the past few months because I ended up quitting my job in September, and I've been doing art and social media and all that full time, and commissions and designing full time. And but the first few months I was really just recovering from being really, really burnt out, and seeing myself pick back up and like making art consistently and making it more of a priority in my life makes me feel very proud, because for my art is usually what gets dropped the earliest in my life. It's always what goes first. If I'm not in a good place, or if things get busy, or if everything's just too stressful, it's always what goes first. And art is such a form of self-care, and it's something I need to do as a creative. I thrive when I'm being creative, that seeing myself prioritize it more and hoping that that just continues to happen makes me feel a lot of pride. So if you made it this far, thank you. Let me know what you're working on in the comments. I love seeing other people's sketches and stuff too. And I just love hearing about other people's mottos and philosophies when it comes to sketching. So please let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.